I'm not great off the cuff, so I prepared a couple thoughts I wanted to share before we get started here. My name is Rochelle Walden, for those of you who don't know me. I've had the incredible honor of being Julianna's academic advisor for the past couple of years. And it really is an honor to stand here tonight and introduce her deeply honest, deeply creative, and skillful senior project tonight. So even though this is a box she has to check before she graduates, she will be receiving a grade on this. I really see it more as a celebration of all of the learning and growing that she's done during her time here at NCU. So I think this is an appropriate project for her. For those of you who know her, I'm sure this didn't surprise you that this is what she came up with, and I think we're all in for a real treat. This work reflects not just Julianna's talent as a writer, but her commitment to telling the truth, and doing so with clarity, compassion, and creativity. I'm sure I'm not alone in how proud I am of the artist and the thinker that she's become. And we're so grateful that you're all here to experience this with us. So, without further ado, let's begin.
It was the worst when it happened. None of us knew what to do. She was in love, the poet was, and though it had been hard, it had seemed okay. We all thought that he was good, kind, loving. Even as each new terrible truth came crashing down, we all thought that he was worth it. Well, most of us. Everyone fought hard for what they believed was right. Clarity for truth, shame for remorse, midnight for hedonism, whimsy for joy, and melancholy for emotion. Each one as stubborn as the girl whose brain they made up. Oh, and me? I'm the poet. While they were arguing like hell, I was doing my best.
Guys, this doesn't seem right.
Of course it's not right. When is anything right? Give it a rest, will you, Melancholy? Step out of your dark hole for like 2 seconds and think clearly. Shane has a point. Something's wrong here.
I don't know, it's all kind of romantic, don't you think? Star-crossed lovers, nobody else understands, nobody else has to get it right. Love is between him and us.
She's right. We can do whatever we want, and no one gets to tell us otherwise. God gave us free will, didn't he?
Midnight, that is such an egregiously false interpretation of scripture, I don't even want to get into it.
Clarity, you are thinking too hard. We have been smart and careful our whole lives. Don't you think it's time we have a little fun?
This is fun to you?
Yeah, well, it's not fun to me. We're going against everything we were taught growing up. Is it really worth it to create this divide between us and our values, our roots, our family?
Family can be wrong sometimes, you know. We've only ever believed one thing. We owe it to ourselves, to him, to explore.
That's not...
How about this? We go on it, and majority wins, and those on the losing side just have to be quiet.
Even if the losing side is you?
Even if it's me. Okay? All those in favor? Looks like you and Shame are overruled. Claire Bear, deal with it.
Well, I guess if everyone agrees, it can't be that bad of an idea, right?
Exactly. Trust us a little, okay?
So we stayed. I wish that clarity had been louder, fought harder, but things only got more and more confusing as time went along. I started questioning everything.
Look what you've done, Midnight. Shade's too overwhelmed to look at you. Whimsy won't even speak anymore, and Melancholy's been crying for nearly a month. We're all suffering, not to mention the poet's agony. Midnight, we need to leave.
Why is this my fault all of a sudden? Last I checked, we agreed on this together. As a matter of fact, you let us make the decision. Why am I the bad guy now? If I do this to the poet, so are you, Clarity.
Excuse me, Midnight's right, Clarity. Have you ever thought that, painful or not, this is what we deserve? This is who we are, a slut whose boyfriend uses her and runs off with other women. Who cares how we feel about it? Who cares what we want anymore? This is our lot in life.
No, it's not. It can't be.
It's true, Clarity.
It's true.
We stayed a long time, and I got more to write about, I guess. Was it worth it, though? Did it have to happen that way? I don't know. I'm different now, though. I'm changed. Maybe one day I'll find my way back to who I really am, but for now, I guess you'll see.
When the wordsmith ran out of words, she let her bubbling fountain pen run dry, quieted her babbling soul, and screamed his awful name into the silent sky.
There is nothing to be said for the sorrow, nothing to be prescribed for the pain, nothing to be done for the regret. Everything has been done that can be done, and there is no hope for her anymore.
What becomes of a poet without words? She could shrivel up, a flower cut from its roots.
She could run away with her broken brain or go crazed with isolation and rage and the agony of injustice which threatens to rip her limb from limb.
There is no hope for healing, no expectation of remission, nothing to hold on to for a chatterbox whose lips are sealed. No one has the clarity to see that she has forsaken shedding useless tears over the death of herself. No one has the wherewithal to know that she is dying from his curse, which only persists deeper into her bones as time mercilessly shoves her along.
Water will not suck her soul dry, fire will not burn her lungs clean of his murky ocean waters, his careless stoner's smoke. Nothing ever changes the past. She could bawl all she wants, but nothing will ever take away his gaze, which once stayed so steadfast on her.
There is nothing to be done for the eternal raging regret that anchors her to his soft hands, his warm brown skin, his full lips all over her milky curves, his twisted sorcerer's heart all over her snow white spirit beaten black and blue into submission.
There is no moving into the forward. There is no changing the backward. There is only the impossible agony of this moment and its ruthless serrated edge digging into the skin of her heart relentlessly. Relentlessly.
So, our attempt at a rebound wasn't exactly pleasant. Go figure. When I was younger, love was a kind thing. After so much heartache, I started to reconsider.
Longing is better than having, I decided. It's better to never have than to lose.
I strongly disagree.
Could you shut up for 2 seconds? You're the reason we kissed him in the first place. I mean, we wouldn't be here grieving another romance if you hadn't been such a slut.
I resent that statement. I'll have you know that propriety has always been my top priority.
Oh, that was a good one, I think. Whimsy does have a point, though.
What? So we just stay celibate out of fear of losing another relationship?
When you lose love, you don't lose a man. You lose yourself. Be serious, Midnight. Gone forever is the little girl we sent away when he flashed his teeth at us.
It's all empty bitterness now.
Exactly. The next man we let in will just rot us to the core, and we've only just sucked out the poison. This is just what men do when they touch you. Set their sick lust over you all heavy. Nothing will ever feel good, ever again.
Nothing?
Nothing. This is how it goes. We can all pretend like we'll find a new suitor, a good man to show us what love is. But I know what the poet knows. Any man will sense our rot and run, or sense our softness and dig. Whimsy! You might think you're so good, Clarity, but the rest of us know the truth. We weren't meant for more. This is who we are. We are to be observed, never known. Wanted, never loved. Yes, it's better to want than not have.
Yes, it's better to want than not have.
Wait for the world to stop spinning, for my ears to stop ringing. Strip off the layers of myself. Watch my skin turn raw in the mirror. I used to be alabaster, used to be snow white and pure. Now I wonder if Jesus is still willing to wash away my blood with his. I wish I could sing of being rescued from a wretch to a royal, but no such thing has happened. I feel strangely, wrongly, like I'm regressing. Like I was born a precious princess, clothed in the divine light of the morning. But with every passing year, I stray further from grace.
No one knows who I am or where I'm going. Only the Lord himself. He's the only one who could save me now.
I traded my gowns for a witch's rags, and for what? To trace some ridiculous dream of body and soul aligning in perfect harmony. You stupid, stupid girl, you will never be wanted anywhere. Never accepted by the sinners or the saints.
What do I have to do to feel right again? What do I have to do to wash this sticky burgundy off my hands? I cut myself open, let my dirty self all over me. Is Jesus still willing to wash away my blood with his?
I guess that what I said before was wrong. I don't want to be alone, and I don't want to be aching like this. I want to be in love with the right man. And he would know me well, see me through. I've been aching with that unrequited love song. I've been burning with something I can't name. See, I never tried to fall in love alone, never realize it's love until the moment I see him with someone else in the sunlight, and my heart thuds to the bottom of my shoes, sighing, oh, I left a good man by the picnic tables. He was perfect in every way except for me. He was sunny and bright and soft and silly, but he wasn't mine. He wasn't mine at all. He knew what I knew when he smiled goodbye. I hope I know a love requited one day. Is it mine to know really? Or am I cursed to live this life alone, longing for what I don't hold? Is it the melancholy that catches my eye, or is it that which is forbidden? Is the grass really green anywhere? Is the grass really green? Is the poet ever meant for joy, or is she only a spectacle, a bottled lab rat destined to endure 1,000 heartbreaks in just one turn around the sun? Is the hypothesis written in proper if format? If the poet is never happy, she will always create art. Results pending. I am the poetess who walks down the block hours before the party's end, picking a staring contest with the moon and wondering if anyone will come after me. They do not. I sit by the railing and wait for the stars to wake up. Do you think they know how loved they are? Way out there in the black nothingness? Or does the deep sorrow press in on them from all sides also? Do you think light ever tires of skipping across galaxies in a blink? Do you think she ever grows weary of enduring? I walk back to the party and smile as if I was never gone, because they didn't notice anyways, and I'm an actress too. Put me up on a sparkling stage and I'll dance. Easy. Moth meet flame of attention. Moth meet flame of depression. Moth, you are predestined to fly into the flames, so why resist anyway? Meet flame of unrequited love. Wow, this moth is really resilient. You'd think she would shrivel up by now, burn out like a dry, dead leaf from the blazing trees of autumn. How much more fire can she fly through before her wings burn up? If the poet is never happy, she will always create art. Am I doomed, or is it just autumn? Is it just his memory haunting me these countless nights, or is it the self-sabotage? How much longer will I be asked to live alone? How many more will capture this hopeless heart without a second glance? Is there any relief? Anything? For a wicked girl in love with a taken man. Results pending. Quietly, I asked the knight the question I've been asking him for years. I said,
I know you've heard this before, but it won't leave me alone.
I said,
If so many people love me, why does it never feel like enough?
the knight shook his head at me like a parent shakes disappointment onto a toddler covered in mud. He's silent, always is when I'm alone. He didn't give me an answer, so I asked my heart.
What do you mean? Why are you split in two?
But she only continued to cry her river right up through my tear ducts. To my mind, I said,
Why do you make me talk so much? I know you like attention, but you know people would probably like me better if I shut up every once in a while.
She didn't even look my way. She was thinking about cookie dough and a beach in Virginia. I turned to God. Funny how he's my last resort these days. I said,
I know you like the way you made me. I'm not often right, but it feels like the way you made me is what makes other people dislike me. Maybe that's not true, that's just how I feel. Could you change me? Just a little? Just enough to make more people like me? Notice me?
he was so sad when he looked back at me. I think he said something like,
I love you just the way you are. I think you're perfect.
he said something like,
Worried about how others perceive you is going to kill you one day.
I think he said something like,
Why aren't I enough for you?
and suddenly, the night, my heart and my mind all turned to face him. And he brought us close, right up against his heart, and we cried all together for the empty nothingness this life brings and the ache it leaves behind. And I wondered, silently aching, does it ever get better than this?
What's your biggest fear?
I'm scared that one day the past 9 months of my life will have been a dream.
that I'll find I never left him in the first place. Or worse, that I went back, even after being free.
Well, yeah. You realize that's completely irrational, right?
Yeah,
Like, that's impossible. That won't happen. And even if it could, it won't. You wouldn't do that.
I don't know. When I was with him, I did a lot of things I would never do. I know that's in the past now, but it feels like I'm living my life every day waiting for the old me to come back. What if I make the same mistakes, but this time there's no escaping? What if I mess up for good next time?
So what you're afraid of isn't him, it's yourself.
Yeah, I guess so.
But you're here, you're making better decisions, you're doing good. Isn't that a sign you're getting better?
I've gotten better only to get worse a million times. And I can only pick myself up after so many times. I'm getting tired of chasing redemption.
You were a woman in love, not a murderer.
I did so many awful things because I loved him. I said so many awful things because I loved him. And it hurt people. I hurt people. And I will never be able to change or fix that. What if who I was when I was with him is the real me? What if I'm only pretending?
You really think you're lying to yourself?
I've done it before.
This is getting ridiculous. You're acting like this unforgivable monster when you're really just human. Who you've been is not who you are now. I mean, do you feel like you resonate with who you used to be?
No, not at all. I would rather die than go back to that time.
Then let yourself go. Move on. Leave the past behind you. It can't hurt you from here. Not if you stop blaming it. It's time to forgive yourself.
That's impossible.
No, it isn't.
Don't you think I've tried to be kinder to myself? Do you think I like acting like I'm less than human? Don't you think I've tried to find ways out of this thinking pattern that have me constantly on my knees begging for love and kindness and forgiveness, willing to do anything just to sit at their feet? I've tried to forgive myself. I've tried to unhate myself. I've tried to believe that I am worthy of the same love, kindness, and forgiveness that I treat every other human being with. But I can't forgive myself. And I can't let the past me go. It's impossible.
You seem like you've been trying really hard.
I never stop.
Well, if you keep trying, do you really believe it's impossible? Or is telling yourself that just another way to hurt yourself through circulating hopelessness? Well, even if it were impossible, I know someone who can make it possible.
Listen, I love the Lord, okay? And I don't doubt his abilities. I just don't deserve his redemption this time.
Have you ever really deserved it?
Well, no, that's kind of the whole point of grace, but
And does anyone ever deserve it?
like I said, no.
So what makes you so special? Why should you be exempt from the kind of love that turns murderers into apostles? Why should you be scorned by the grace that the Lord of the universe offers to everyone? Jesus has healing and redemption waiting for you if you'll only step towards it. You keep running away from it to wallow in your self-pity and sorrow, but he has something better.
I just can't imagine my life without the weight that man left behind. It's always with me, and it's always heavy, and I'm scared of what will happen if it disappears and I let it all go. Who am I if not the mistakes in my past?
I know it's scary. I know you'd rather kill yourself slowly through repressed trauma and heartache than bring this into the light. I know you are more broken than you've ever been. And I know it feels too big or too complex to ever work through. But the Lord is near to the brokenhearted. Why are you pushing him away? I know you're terrified. But it's time to have some courage. It's time to be courageous enough to let go of the self-hatred that you hide behind. It's okay. You can come out of the dark now.
I don't know how.
Darling, you need to ask for help.
Well, where's the hope I've always held? Who stole it from me? Did a thief come in the night, or did I send it away in the wind? I'm fighting away the darkness on the daily, but there is joy in simplicity.
Hey!
Hi.
It is so good to see you. How are you?
I'm not feeling my greatest right now, to be honest.
I'm sorry. What's going on?
A lot.
Okay. Do you want to come over? We can talk about it. Tea?
Actually, that would be really nice. Yes, I let go of that vice grip I had on hope, so my lovely friends held it for me for a while.
You think you're unlovable? That's just not true.
I told you guys.
We get it. You're always right.
Guys, I think she's starting to feel like herself again.
Yeah, she is, isn't she?
I think things will be okay.
Maybe all we needed was to talk to a friend.
What? Everyone else said something positive. Now you have to.
Whatever. We'll heal, our hope will be restored, things will work out, blah, blah, blah. Is that what you wanted to hear?
Yes, because it's the truth.
I want to be here for you, okay? You don't have to suffer alone. You can come to me. And those things that you're believing about yourself, that you're unworthy of love, that you'll never be the same, they aren't true. They're lies.
And slowly, gently, quietly, the light creeps back in. It's not the flick of a switch or the yanking back of curtains followed by brilliant brightness. No, it's a steady sunrise from the deepest midnight black creeping silently, imperceptibly towards navy blue and then lightening until you can once again see the outline of the clouds. It's happened in the way that you turn over in bed and realize that the sky has changed. Not in the way of staring out an open window until daybreak. Yes, it's been gentle, this return to the land of the living. So gentle indeed that I didn't even realize what it was until the sun burst over the horizon. Brilliant rays going everywhere and bouncing off mirrors and window panes. So jarring, but so welcome. I must be in the early morning light still, but the sun will rise. It has to. It must. Silly of me to think that I am so powerful that I can stop the cycle of night and day, the turn of the seasons, the flow of time. Silly of me to think that I am so powerful that I can suppress hope. Hope is not a passive beast. No, she stalks in the night, hunts you down when you least expect her. She is more powerful than war or hatred or bloodshed or evil. She will find you. I thought myself well hidden, but then, well, the sun rose again. Quick thank you so much to everyone for coming, and I yapped about this in the program already, but This story is my own, and it's kind of scary to be so vulnerable up here, but I wouldn't be here, up here telling it to you and giving you this message of hope if it wasn't for the way that so many of you in this room have supported me and loved me and held my hand through this whole thing. And I really hope that what you walk away with today is the message of hope, that Jesus is always with you and that he will guide you through anything, and that the sun will rise again, that nothing can stop hope. So thank you so much for coming. I appreciate you all. Thank you to my wonderful, fantastic freaking cast who made this piece come alive. Thank you to Izzy for jumping in last minute.
Yeah, Izzy.
And thank you to my parents who are here. I love you guys so much.